there's spoiler in this video, so you should come back when you read the manga. Sup guys? So you know me? Probably not. I found a manga and it's called well, let's call it Zombie 100 for my sake, alright? I happened to find this manga while, doing some research. Yeah, anyway, so after finding it out, I read a little bit, of the first chapter. And I just knew that I needed to show it to my brothers. And guess what happened? They didn't really seem to care about it. Well, to be more specific, Blue was not impressed by it. And you gotta understand that most of the time the first or 3 chapters aren't always what the show's gonna be in the long run, right? There's a lot of time where the show just don't turn out like the first few episodes, or in this case chapter. So I understood him for that, but I told them to read more chapter, to not give up on it, and thankfully we did. And after reading a few more chapters, we ended up laughing, also realizing there's something special about this manga. To keep it short, the manga is about a guy that used to be in a black company. A black company is, well, a company that overwork their employee and make them feel like they're stuck there so that they can use them. And so the story goes like that, and one day the classic zombie scenario happened, and in front of all this bloodshed and death, the main character ended up thinking, I don't have to work anymore! And yeah, I'm gonna skip a few scenes just to say that he ended up writing a list of 100 things he wanted to do before he turned into a zombie. To have the most fun in his life until his distant end. Cool concept, right? If you don't like the genre of the classic zombie shit where they are just trying to survive. It's all about survival. We're just trying to survive. Cause I'm a better man for Lori and Carl. And fuck your shit, Rick. Fuck you, man. It take a different approach to the zombie genre, and this manga has progression. It never feel like they're doing something pointless. And they do pointless thing, but that's because this manga is all about doing any kind of stuff before you die. Every chapter is a wish coming true. Wanting to drink with his best friend? Check. Proposing to the girl he loved? Check. Have a group date? Check. Plus, the main character didn't finish his 100 list, so there's still potential for more stuff to happen. The dynamic of the main character with the side cast is fun. Sometimes it can be a funny and lighthearted story, and sometimes a dark and more serious story. When it's lighthearted, it never takes away the threat of the zombies, so when you tell a more serious story, there's not a dissonance from changing between tone. It feels great, and I hope keep going like this. Now, the main character is fun and doesn't seem overbearing. When he's there, you can't help but smile, and that's a good thing on my list. By the way, the idea of having the main character being stuck in a black company is a fun way to make people understand why he's so happy that the world has ended, without needing a complex reason why. I enjoy that it's all fun and joke when you follow him. While the show is mainly a comedy and it doesn't hesitate to have fun with itself, it never takes away the dark tone of what a zombie apocalypse is. When you start to follow other people, it gets dark. They get massacred and eaten alive. So seeing how they react compared to him is it's funny. And bad thing can happen to the main character while he tried to stay positive. And I want to let you know that it doesn't take any sad moment away. It may seem like every death is pointless when he doesn't seem to show immense sadness toward it, but it's how it changed him that make those deaths meaningful. You can see it especially when the main character added an inspired wish to his bucket list from one of the people that died. Having a list of 100 things you want to do is great, but isn't it better to have those 100 dreams filled with people that change and care about you? No, I have been spoiling, and I don't want to spoil that much, but if you're still there, spoiler alert. Anyway, later on in the manga, the main character described how it felt to be part of the black company. And it's not like he described it, but more like you can clearly see that's what's happening. That's how mentally it's affect him. At first you think it's fine, others get treated the same, so you can hold it in. It's not that bad, working all day and stuff like that. But at some point you realize how the situation is. So you try to change things, to do something to stop it. But your first attempt failed, and it make everything so much worse. You keep telling yourself that you shouldn't have done that everything was so much better before you tried to change things. You feel ashamed to speak out about it compared to the other that kept quiet. And the look they give you, some find you pathetic and others take pity. You just hate those stares. But you're like, no! It's not my fault. Nobody should accept that. I'm not gonna stand there and take order or be treated like a little bitch. So you try something again. You know? This time, you're gonna make it right? You're gonna take precaution and make sure the same thing doesn't happen again, you know? But guess what? Of course it happened again. And again. It's at that moment that you look at yourself in the mirror and start having the same stare the other gave you. Why don't you just shut the fuck up? Nothing is going to work. All you have to do is take it, and it will all be so much better. When can you shut your mouth like the other? Well, you have to talk it out. Suddenly you find yourself never again complaining, and never again letting out your emotion, and never again will you want to wake up the next day to go to work. You always have this in the back of your mind. Please, let me sleep forever. Let there be no tomorrow. Please let there be no tomorrow. Now, let's just say you end up getting out of that situation that you never thought you could. Like, boom, one day the burden is gone. You feel free. The chain is let out, and it's pure joy, man. Like there's tears running down your eyes, man. You're happy. You're like you tell yourself this time it's different. You get the urge of cleaning yourself and finally do what you always wanted to do. That the thing that you never like had the time to. Now you can do whatever you want, man, and it feels so good. Time has passed and you've become the new you. You have friends and you're proud about what you built and established. Everything is going great and you're pretty sure it will get even better. It's not perfect, but fuck it. You'll take it. It's better than anything, and for real, nothing is worse than what it used to be. You know, of course, something from the past come back. The past always come back, like, why can't you stay back there, man? Like, fuck, man. And so, you know, the one that's been putting you into this pressure all this time back then, the one that caused you all this anxiety and trouble, the one you thought you were finally free from, is here, now. Your heart starts beating faster. It crushes itself. Your stomach is choking. You are feeling every bad feeling you felt as once. And then he started to tell you what you should do and give you orders just like back then. And what's the weirdest thing is that while fully knowing what you're doing, you're just following his order. Just your body's moving on its own. You're scared shitless. The way the writer described and show how the main character act while being under the authority of his boss, the feeling of following out order just like a program while thinking, what the hell am I doing? I thought I was over that. This description, all this is too real. Almost as if something like that happened to the writer, to him. Or maybe it's just a coincidence and he can really resonate with those stuff. Just like I can resonate to this. I used to get bullied daily. Everything the character described, I felt it. The feeling of trying to stop things and getting shut down and hating yourself, so you shut yourself down like a zombie following order, scared of being hurt. And you know, it happened to me. One day you wake up and you're free from it. The bully, the mental torture, it's gone. You suddenly get hyped to wake up the next morning when you never did. And you build things. You try to become the new you. And as I said, for the same case, the bully come back. And when it starts to tell you what to do and order you like back then, my body just obeyed without my consent. I was scared shitless that he was gonna hurt me, and I was stuck with it. What got him out of the brainwashing wasn't by himself, but with his friend. And that's the truth of how you get out of those situations. You can't free yourself from their brainwashing alone. Having your friend and family keep telling you that this situation is wrong and that you have to get out from it help. The only one that can free you from those chains is the one that made them, and it's yourself. You just need someone to believe in you. All you have to do is not to cast them away, but to keep them close to you. But I was lucky. The main character was also lucky. Some people don't get out of those situations. They stay stuck in their own body, following order like slave, like zombie, cutting their emotion out of them to make it less painful. And this can bend gradually towards suicidal thought and physical affliction. The only thing that they have left to wonder is this: wouldn't it be nice that everything would fall apart? No more chain, no more debt, no more worry of going to work. Just the pure and free rule that is the survival of the fittest. Always moving and doing crazy and exciting things without worrying about those needless stuff or putting your emotion at risk. I think we all thought of that at some point. The zombie part, not the suicidal part. I hope so. Like sometimes I talk about it with my friend and family about what we would do in a zombie apocalypse, and this show exactly feel like that. Like the talk you have with your friend of what stupid shit you would do while you're totally free of everything, man. Like I would get a gold watch or stuff, or like drive a fucking minivan, or like use a katana and kill some zombie. Like this is the crazy stuff that I talk about, that some people I'm pretty sure talk about. Like we fantasize about this shit sometimes, and I think that's why this manga is special. It feels like some dream, as if this whole situation was an escape from real life. And it's fun to just imagine and think about that. So let's just say this: wouldn't it be nice that for one day there would be a zombie apocalypse?